never deposit, yeah. I just signed a deal with Knicks, though I'm a...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. And coming right up, we'll see this home squad playing against the Knicks. For the Knicks, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for... All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Teague out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Parker in at the 4 slot. Now here's Bazemore. Just 5 to shoot. Nowitzki with the screen on Parker. Here's Bazemore. Redick with the rebound. And it's the Knicks with the ball.
And J.J. Redick with the prototype when it comes to his release point on that jump shot. So quick off the catch. Always has his feet set and squared and ready to deliver that dagger.
Now here's Lopez. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Teague can't hit. Knicks on defense. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Williams kicks to Simmons. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Simmons dishes to Gasol. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Hey, Greg, with Redick, that great shooting form he has is one of the reasons his game has aged so well.
And a lot of people wondered if Redick would be able to last in the NBA when he was drafted. Might have one of the longest careers of that draft class. Just keeps producing at any age.
Now here's Parker. Parker with another miss.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little. Oh. You got to be kidding.
I'll tell you what, Butler is a physical dunker. I mean, he takes his craft seriously. I just love watching this guy take off.
Here's Bazemore, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Butler with the steal. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Teague kicks to Redick, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Teague. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Bazemore on the wing, defended by Butler. Williams kicks to Simmons. Another shot, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line.
I'll tell you what, age ain't nothing but a number when you talk about the impact of Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, with his size and shooting touch, he creates so many openings for himself and his teammates offensively.
Here's Lopez. And it's sent back by Nowitzki.
Just great anticipation from Dirk, playing his cards right on the defensive end, comes through with the rejection.
Gasol, a screen on Redick. Williams attacking. But they get it back. Feeds it to Nowitzki. Back to Simmons. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in.
Well, Dirk Nowitzki revolutionized the stretch floor, right? I mean, this is the unique big and influential player on multiple generations.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
I'll tell you, he's coming through for them at the free throw line today. His form has been perfect.
Lopez against Gasol. Lopez kicks to Teague. Parker sets the screen for Teague. Clock at 6. Over Simmons. Teague can't hit. And Nowitzki's turnaround, an unblockable shot when he's hitting. Greg, he's unguardable.
And even though he's lost a little lift in the legs, he's worked hard to kind of quicken his release. And just another tweak for a guy who's made a career of adding layers to his Hall of Fame game.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. The wide open look here for Lopez. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Lopez has got 5 points so far.
You simply have to remember that Brook Lopez can stroke the jumper. This guy on catch and shoot is terrific.
Here's Simmons. Can't connect from 13 feet out. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. Here's Teague. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Setting the floor for the Knicks. We've got Teague. Brook Lopez is out there with Jabari Parker. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Butler in at the 3 slot.
Well, there is clearly a size mismatch, and from the mid-range, there's no way that shot's going to be blocked.
And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
It's Parker with the drive. And stolen by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Simmons against Teague. Here's Butler. And again, it's New York. Doris, we're always talking about players developing their skill sets. What do you think is the hardest skill to develop as a broadcaster?
I think for me, the hardest skill to learn was to learn how to relax, to have fun, to not be anything but your most authentic self, because I think the viewer picks up on it if you're forcing things, if you're trying to be another broadcaster that perhaps you like to emulate. So I'd say that was the hardest thing.
I always say broadcasting a basketball game is like a running conversation between two people because there's so much scoring and the rhythm and the flow of the game just lend itself to it.
At its best, you're 100% correct.
Bazemore misses. Knicks trail by 4. Right side, Redick. Some nice passing by New York here. Teague, the pass to Butler. Butler missing again. Gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Simmons. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Teague dishes to Butler. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Lopez, a screen on Gasol. Here's Parker. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Bazemore with it. Butler covering. There's a screen by Williams. And Bazemore kicks to Gasol. Over Teague. And no good. So New York will take it the other way.
An interconference matchup. They face these guys twice a season, and last year they took both games.
Down low, here's Lopez. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Lopez has got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, and that's just Butler staying alert, right? He keeps his eyes up. He's willing to make the extra pass. This guy understands the game.
A baseline J. Second chance shot. And Simmons with the nice bucket inside. He's got 10.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Teague, the pass to Butler. Lopez a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from the line. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Butler's got 4 this quarter.
And sometimes we've got to give credit to the Butler, refining his mid-range Jimmy doing work.
Outside, Simmons. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Jeff Teague.
And the athleticism that Simmons has is downright unreal. Just a remarkable talent who has the potential to be one of the all-time greats.
And so he makes both from the line. 5 seconds left in the first half. Butler from outside. No good there. And a chance now to send it over to David. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain, Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Definitely no fluke for him, as he just turned in an outstanding game in their last outing. And now tonight, And now, folks,
the third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You look. Knicks trail by 4. Kyle Gasol is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Williams. Then there's Kent Bazemore. And it's Simmons in at the point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager. Teague kicks to Redick. Clock at 4. Over Williams. The shot by Redick, no good.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him. Well, you just look back on the history of the New York Knicks and what rich history and tradition they have as a franchise, the different eras, the different groups they've had, some of the more memorable teams in NBA history.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Knicks.
And they've pretty much ignored the corner 3 tonight. It's a useful shot to have. It really forces the D out wide and opens things up in the middle.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. And thinking back to great players and teams from the Knicks, Doris, you can look at teams in any decade and find memorable players.
Well, listen, if you're talking about the 1970s, it's Willis Reed. You're talking about the 80s and 90s. You're talking about Bernard King, Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston, the great Pat Riley at the helm. And more recently, you're talking about the likes of Carmelo Anthony. The Knicks have had some ballers in their history.
Of course, you've been a color analyst for both men's basketball, women's basketball. Stylistically, what's the difference, in your opinion, between the two, if anything?
Well, I think there are a number of differences. The primary one being athleticism is slowly starting to take shape and more dictate the outcome of success in women's basketball. Whereas athleticism has always been a part of dictating the outcome of games. The above-the-rim aspect of the NBA versus, for the most part, the below-the-rim aspect of the WNBA. That would be the primary difference for me.
But the fundamentals, too, sometimes stand out. The women's game, I think, really, you can see fundamentals so strongly.
You can, Kevin, and I think what helped the women's game tremendously was, especially in the WNBA, you had NBA coaches transition to roles in the WNBA, the Bill Lambiers, the Mike Thibault, so they taught that group how to be pros, how to win on that level.
Excellent point. Knicks trail by 6.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Screen by Parker. And Redick kicks to Butler. Can't get it to fall.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Nowitzki with the screen on Redick. Williams dishes to Gasol. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Gasol's got 6.
And the stick-with-it attitude of Gasol, just overwhelming the defense with his length.
Teague the pass to Lopez. Simmons pulls it in.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
And he can extend the lead to double digits.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Teague kicks to Lopez. He feeds it to Parker. And he banks in the layup. Parker's got his third basket of the night.
I'll tell you, you're not going to find a much more confident basketball player. He always believes the points are going to come.
Williams dishes to Gasol. Williams a screen. Gasol passes to Simmons. Nowitzki kicks to Gasol. And he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 8.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Teague against Simmons. Teague dishes to Butler. Puts it up from 12. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Simmons against Teague. Screen by Parker. Teague the pass to Redick. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Redick's got his second basket of the night.
Well, this is Teague's job, right? Spread the ball amongst his teammates. Make sure everyone is eating at the table.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The home team up 7. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. And now let's hear what head coach Dave Yeager was reviewing with his team.
Stay aggressive, keep them moving.
Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Simmons with it. And New York looking at who they've got. They've got Jimmy Butler. Teague out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Jabari Parker. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Oh, the lob to Parker.
This is exactly what you hope for from your point guard, Jeff Teague, unselfishly pulling all the right strings.
And Simmons kicks it to Bazemore. Pass to Williams. Gasol, a screen on Redick. Williams attacking. The feed now to Gasol. Can't hit that one. Good D by Lopez. Knicks trail by 5. And Redick kicks to Teague. Dishes it to Butler. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Misses from close range. Williams with a clean look. Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Teague with the ball. Out guarded by Simmons. And here is Teague. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And he knocks down the first one. And Parker drops them both. Thing has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Williams kicks it to Bazemore. Picked by Williams. Pass to Nowitzki. There's the dish to Williams. Feeds to Gasol. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
And the long arms that Gasol has is what allows him to drop dunks on defenders. What a powerful force close to the rim.
Teague with the ball. Out guarded by Simmons. Lopez sets a screen for Parker. Kicks it to Lopez. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that. And he makes the first.
Well, you have to like the length of Brook Lopez and the fact that he understands he has that advantage on both ends of the floor.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Gasol a screen. And Williams, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
and not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
Lopez a screen. T kicks to Butler. Good.
Boy, that's high percentage range for Jimmy Butler. I'll tell you, he'll work you over in there.
Williams against Butler. Gasol a screen. Here's Simmons. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Well, the height advantage in this matchup becomes a big factor when he's in the low box.
Screen by Parker. T kicks to Butler. Outside, Redick. Lopez, a screen on Williams. Shot clock at 5. Shot off the screen. Was shot by Redick. No good.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
Lopez with the block.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
Williams against Redick. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
And that's an intentional foul. "30 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And that's an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
Boy, those free throws add a nice cushion to their lead.
New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. 29 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. T dishes to Butler. There's the triple. He doesn't hit that one. Simmons passes to Williams. And so they get the victory here at home. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges.
Like a highlight reel, I put numbers on the boards, even scores up abroad for real. I do it.